Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that affects each and every one of us on a daily basis: the importance of a balanced diet for overall health. In a world full of fast food, processed snacks, and busy routines, it is easy to forget that the food we eat is the fuel that powers our bodies and minds. A balanced diet is not just about eating less or avoiding junk food. It is about giving our body the right mix of nutrients it needs to thrive. When we talk about the importance of a balanced diet for overall health, one of the first and most essential aspects to consider is the role it plays in providing energy and supporting growth. Every single function of the human body, from the most basic to the most complex, depends on the energy we derive from food and the nutrients we consume to build, repair, and maintain our tissues. Without energy, life simply cannot be sustained, and without proper nutrition, growth and development are severely impaired. Understanding this connection is crucial because it goes beyond just eating to feel full. It is about eating to nourish and fuel our bodies in the best possible way. Energy is the driving force of life. Every movement we make, whether it is walking, talking, studying, or even simply breathing, requires energy. This energy comes from the calories contained in food. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are the three major macronutrients that supply calories, and each of them contributes in unique ways. Carbohydrates are the body's preferred source of energy, breaking down into glucose, which fuels our cells, muscles, and brain. Proteins, while primarily known for their role in building tissues, can also provide energy when necessary, especially in times of shortage. Fats, often misunderstood, are actually a concentrated source of energy, providing more than twice the calories per gram compared to carbohydrates or proteins, and they act as a long-term reserve when the body needs sustained fuel. A balanced diet ensures that all these sources are included in appropriate amounts, giving the body steady energy rather than sudden spikes and crashes. Growth is another vital aspect of life that depends heavily on proper nutrition. Growth is not just limited to children or adolescents. While it is true that young people need nutrients to grow taller, stronger, and develop their organs, growth also refers to the ongoing process of repair and renewal that occurs throughout life. Every single day, our bodies break down old cells and replace them with new ones. Our skin sheds dead cells, our muscles repair after exercise, our bones strengthen after being stressed, and even our brain cells form new connections. All of these processes require the building blocks that come from the food we eat. Proteins are especially important here because they are made up of amino acids, which are the raw materials the body uses to create and repair tissues. Without enough protein in the diet, wounds heal slowly, muscle mass decreases, and the body weakens over time. The energy we derive from food is not only about movement or activity, but also about powering invisible internal processes. The heart beats non-stop, pumping blood to every corner of the body. The lungs expand and contract, taking in oxygen and expelling carbon dioxide. The kidneys filter waste from the blood, and the liver processes toxins and stores nutrients. Even when we are resting or asleep, these systems continue to work tirelessly, and all of them require energy to function properly. If the body does not receive sufficient energy from food, it begins to break down its own tissues to fuel itself, leading to fatigue, weakness, and eventually serious health problems. For children and teenagers, the role of a balanced diet in energy and growth is even more critical. During childhood and adolescence, the body is growing at a rapid pace. Bones are lengthening, muscles are developing, the brain is maturing, and hormonal changes are preparing the body for adulthood. All of these processes demand high amounts of energy and nutrients. A diet lacking in essential vitamins, minerals, proteins, or calories can stunt growth, weaken immunity, and affect cognitive development. For instance, calcium and vitamin D are needed for strong bones. Iron is required for healthy blood, and protein is essential for muscle development. Without these, growth can be delayed, and long-term health can be compromised. Adults, too, rely on a balanced diet to maintain their energy and support continuous growth in terms of repair and renewal. For example, adults who engage in physically demanding work or exercise regularly need enough carbohydrates for quick energy, proteins for muscle recovery, and healthy fats for sustained endurance. Even those with sedentary lifestyles need sufficient nutrients to maintain organ function, mental focus, and resistance against disease. The human brain, which uses about 20% of the body's energy, particularly depends on glucose from carbohydrates. Without a steady supply of energy from food, concentration, memory, and decision-making can be negatively affected. The importance of energy and growth also extends to pregnant women and nursing mothers. During pregnancy, a woman's body needs additional nutrients and calories to support the growth of the baby. The developing fetus relies entirely on the mother's diet to receive proteins, vitamins, and minerals necessary for proper formation of organs, bones, and brain tissue. If the mother's diet is lacking, not only her health but also the baby's growth can be at risk. Similarly, breastfeeding requires significant energy, and the quality of breast milk is directly linked to the mother's nutrition. A balanced diet ensures that both mother and child receive adequate nourishment during this critical stage of life. Another important point to consider is how energy and growth are interconnected with immunity. The immune system, which protects the body from infections and diseases, requires a steady supply of nutrients to function effectively. Vitamins such as C and E, along with minerals like zinc and selenium, play vital roles in producing and activating immune cells. Proteins are needed to build antibodies, while energy from carbohydrates and fats fuels the immune response. When the diet is unbalanced, the body becomes more vulnerable to infections and illnesses, which in turn can slow down growth and sap energy levels. This is why malnutrition, whether it is due to lack of food or poor food choices, often leads to fatigue, weakness, and frequent sickness. It is also worth noting how poor dietary habits can negatively impact energy levels and growth. Diets high in refined sugars and processed foods may provide a quick burst of energy, but often lead to crashes soon after. These foods lack essential nutrients and can leave the body feeling drained and sluggish. Over time, relying on such foods contributes to weight gain, obesity, and chronic health issues, which limit physical growth and vitality. On the other hand, a diet balanced with whole grains, lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats provides sustained energy, promotes healthy development, and supports long-term well-being. Energy and growth are not just physical concepts, but also mental and emotional ones. A lack of proper energy due to poor diet can make a person irritable, anxious, or depressed. Growth also includes personal development, confidence, and resilience, all of which are influenced by nutrition. Children who eat balanced diets often perform better in school because they have more energy to concentrate and learn. Adults who fuel themselves with healthy foods are often more productive, focused, and emotionally stable. Nutrition truly is the foundation for both the body and the mind. The beauty of a balanced diet is that it does not require extreme measures or expensive, simple choices, like including a variety of fruits and vegetables, choosing whole grains over refined ones, eating moderate portions of lean proteins, and adding sources of healthy fats, like nuts, seeds, or olive oil, can make a significant difference. Drinking enough water, reducing processed foods, and maintaining regular meal times also help in sustaining energy levels and supporting continuous growth.